Hey there, college football fans. Welcome back to USA Sports Zone. This weekend, it's not just another Saturday of games. It feels
Yeah.
like, well, it's the crucible, right? Where contenders really step up, teams grab their moment, or, they stumble under the pressure. We're looking at some absolute must-see matchups. The stakes, they feel incredibly high already, could change whole seasons, and it's only week 3. So if you love staying ahead of the curve, make sure you hit subscribe. You won't want to miss what we tackle next. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, week 3 is fascinating. It's where you start to see the real character of these teams shine through, or maybe crack. Our plan today: cut through the noise, spotlight the key moments, give you those insights into what's really happening. A sharper look at these teams early on. We'll hit the details, sure, but also connect it to the bigger picture.
Okay, bigger picture. Got to start in the SEC, obviously. Some massive rivalries heating up.
Yeah.
First one, Georgia at Tennessee. Classic matchup, loads of history, but lately it's been all Georgia. You have to go way back, like 2016,
Yeah.
for the last Vols win. Since then, Kirby Smart's Bulldogs have kind of made Neyland Stadium their own playground. 4 straight wins there.
And not just wins, blowouts. Average margin of 31 points.
Right. They haven't won by less than 24 points on those trips. Tennessee hasn't been closer than 14 in 8 meetings total.
That's dominance. More than just talent, it feels like a mental edge, too.
Exactly. A puzzle Tennessee just can't seem to solve.
Which brings us to the key question, right? What makes this year maybe different? Despite that history, there are some interesting things happening. Georgia's offense, it's looked a bit rough. New QB Gunner Stockton, people are calling it rough-hewn. The whole unit just feels herky-jerky.
And struggling to cover spreads, even against maybe lesser teams.
Exactly. It's not quite clicking yet. Now flip that. Tennessee's got transfer QB Joey Aguilar, and he's come out firing. Early season hot hand, definitely.
What are his numbers looking like?
Already got 535 yards, 69% completion, 5 TDs, 0 picks in 2 games. So that QB trade with Imaleva heading west feels like Tennessee might have gotten an edge there, at least for now.
Interesting. That spark from Aguilar, maybe that's the psychological boost they need.
Could be. It gives them an offensive identity right away, something they might have lost otherwise. It's a chance to challenge that hierarchy.
Okay. Fascinating stuff there. But not the only SEC clash demanding attention. We've got LSU hosting Florida. LSU's a 7-point favorite at home. What's the story here?
Well, Florida, they're coming off a really tough loss.
This South Florida game. Ouch.
Yeah, 18-16 loss as 18.5-point favorites. Just yikes. 11 penalties, only 4 of 12 on third down.
That screams lack of discipline, execution issues.
Definitely. And LSU, they tend to play well against Florida, especially at home. Won 5 of the last 6 overall, 3 straight in Baton Rouge. Plus, their defense has been really solid this year. 10 points or less allowed in both games.
So you get LSU looking strong at home, Florida trying to pick up the pieces, big contract.
Big contrast, exactly.
All right, let's shift gears. Outside the SEC, some other high-stakes games. Texas A&M at Notre Dame. Feels huge for Notre Dame, doesn't it? Already got that loss in the opener.
Absolutely critical.
Some folks are saying this game could literally decide season win bets already.
Well, yeah, their summer win total was, 10.5?
Right, so another loss Saturday, and the under tickets cash, mid-September.
That's intense pressure super early.
For sure.
And what's really interesting here is the coaching angle. Mike Elko, the Aggies coach.
He's heading back to South Bend. Was DC there in 2017?
Exactly. A&M started strong, 2-0 straight up. But they're on this weird 7-game losing streak against the spread.
Huh. How does that happen?
Good question. Maybe odds makers keep underestimating their opponents, or maybe not fully buying into Elko's changes yet. But their QB, Marcel Reed, he looks good. Over 500 yards passing, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Impressive ratio.
And Elko's defense, they've actually faced some decent veteran QBs already. That won't be the case this week.
Good point. But Notre Dame, they've got their own issues, right?
Yeah.
QB CJ Carr. Only his second start.
Yeah, that inexperience is a big factor. It's why some people were leaning towards that under win total even before the season.
And the defense is adjusting too, losing DC Al Golden.
Right, to the NFL.
We saw Jeremiah Love, their star running back, kind of bottled up in the opener, only 33 yards rushing.
Yeah, he's getting some fringe Heisman talk, but Miami shut him down. It definitely looks like a team still finding its way.
A work in progress.
Yeah.
And A&M is probably not the team you want to face while you're still figuring things out.
Not ideal, no. And speaking of weird stats, A&M's totals.
What about them?
The last 3 games, going back to the Las Vegas Bowl, all landed on exactly 66 points.
Seriously. Exact same total.
Exactly 66. All overs,
Right.
just Kind of bizarre. Show some offensive volatility, maybe?
Wow. Okay, that is strange. And speaking of offense, let's talk USC at Purdue. USC's offense is just, wow. Highest scoring team, 66 points per game. Top offense, nearly 700 yards a game.
Bonkers numbers.
Led by QB Jaden Maeva. 74% completion, over 700 yards, 6 TDs, no picks.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal.
But the big question, like always with these early blowouts,
Right.
is it just a soft schedule?
That's exactly it. Who have they really played? Is this sustainable?
Right. What about Purdue?
Purdue's interesting. New coach, Barry Odom. He basically hit the reset button with the transfer portal, changed the whole look of the team.
Okay.
QB Ryan Brown is back. They're 2-0s. And the defense, which was, let's be honest, pretty bad last year, they've only given up 17 points total. Now, granted, the opposition wasn't exactly world beaters. Dubious, you might say.
Okay, so maybe take that with a grain of salt, too.
Maybe, but here's the kicker for USC. Road struggles last year. They went 0-5 as a regular season visitor outside LA County.
0-5. That's rough.
Yeah, and West Lafayette. That's a long way from home. This Purdue team might be feeling more confident, more disciplined. Could be a trap game.
Okay, good point. Let's shift to some under-the-radar teams. Dynamics shifting quickly there, too. Vanderbilt at South Carolina. That one jumps out because of the history. Carolina's won 16 straight against Vandy since 2008.
Yeah, it's been a long, long time. And last year was another dominant win for the Gamecocks, 28-7.
So history says South Carolina rolls.
History does. But this raises a really important question for this weekend. Is this the year Vandy finally breaks through? Their QB, Diego Pavia. He's having a remarkable year. Honestly, maybe should be getting some Heisman buzz.
Whoa, Heisman buzz for a Vandy QB.
I know, sounds crazy, right? But look, he elevated New Mexico State, now he's doing it at Vandy. He even won a legal fight for this extra year.
Yeah.
And his start, blistering almost 75% completions, rushing for over 100 yards and 2 big wins.
Including that Virginia Tech game. That score was eye-popping.
A 44-20 romp. Breathtaking. And Vandy, get this, is 9-2 against the spread as an underdog since last season.
Wow.
So yeah, Pavia is playing lights out. Now contrast that with South Carolina. They're ranked 11th, but the offense, kind of sputtering.
Really, what's the issue?
QB Lenoris Sellers just hasn't quite clicked. Only 148 yards passing, 48 rushing in 2 wins. Insiders are kind of questioning the offensive direction. And Pavia looks fresh right now. Last year's game was mid-November. He was probably wearing down. This mid-September timing might be Vandy's best shot in ages.
Okay, you've definitely made a compelling case there. A single player really shifting things. We can't hit every game, obviously, but let's maybe rapid fire a few others showing surprising stuff.
Yeah, definitely. How about UCLA versus New Mexico? Real concerns about UCLA under Deshaun Foster.
Even with Imaliva there.
Yeah, defense seems to be the big problem, giving up 217 rushing yards a game. Oof. They're 0-2. Makes you wonder if just changing the QB was enough.
Right. Deeper issues, maybe? What else?
Temple versus Oklahoma. Temple, new coach Casey Keeler, they look surprisingly focused. QB Evan Simon, 9 TDs, 0 picks, and 2 wins. That's sharp.
Finding an identity. Nice.
California versus Minnesota. True freshman QB for Cal. Jaron Kawe Sagapulutele. Looks like a seasoned vet already. Impressive poise.
Wow, true freshmen stepping up like that is always cool to see.
Totally. And then maybe on the other end, Stanford versus Boston College. Kind of feels like a depressing situation for Stanford. Interim coach Frank Reich. Roster just looks thin on playmakers. Offense has very little juice.
Tough spot for them.
Yeah.
Rebuilding phase, clearly.
For sure.
Okay, so let's pull these threads together. Here's where it gets really interesting, right? Week 3 isn't just games. It feels like that crucible moment we talked about. Contenders separating from pretenders, all these things. The early results, QB play, coaching changes. Those historical trends, they're all converging, shaping the whole season, not just this weekend.
Exactly. And now with the expanded playoff, these early games, especially upsets or big performances, they matter even more. National profile, playoff hopes, everything gets magnified. It's a huge moment for teams with big ambitions to really make a statement. Think about how fast expectations shift in this sport. 1 week can completely change a team's outlook, put them on a path to glory or, a struggle just to be relevant. How many of these week 3 results are we going to look back on and say, yep, that was the turning point?
That's a great question.
That's the thrill and sometimes the agony of college football.
Absolutely. Powerful thought as we head into the games. And obviously, with all this excitement comes betting for some folks. So just a quick reminder, if you are betting, please practice responsible gaming. It's super important.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, sports books usually offer tools like time limits, wager limits, use them if you need them. And there are great national resources out there, too. The National Council on Problem Gaming, Gamblers Anonymous, 1-800-GAMBLER. Important tools to keep things in check.
Well said. All right, that's our look at this incredible Week 3 college football slate. So much drama, history, potential for new stories. Thanks so much for tuning into USA Sports Zone. We really appreciate you spending some time with us.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. Until next time, enjoy the games.